Hey, welcome to American Politics Explained. It seems to me that American politics can be very complicated, but it really doesn't have to be. To understand, we need to go way back into the past and think about why it was structured the way it is. Looking back at the Founding Fathers, one major thing had just happened. The war with the British had just finished. The British had a monarch, which means that one person is in control of everything, the king in this case. Now this was motivation enough for the Founding Fathers to spread the power between different branches of the government, those being the executive, the legislative and the judicial. The next issue is that even at this point, America was a very large country with many different people. So adding the fact that communication was slow, people speak different languages, they have different traditions, different levels of education, it was an issue that public opinions would swing massively constantly. This is why it was designed so it could limit the influence of public swings. That is the reason for the Electoral College, and that everyone has different lengths of service like 2, 4, 6 or life depending on behaviour. The next factor is that every state effectively has its own tiny government. This meant that power of the federal government was actually severely limited compared to the government of like the UK. The last major factor is that states differ in size massively, so in order to stop the bigger states having all the power, they built in the Great Compromise into the Constitution. This is the Senate and the House of Representatives. The House is proportional to the population, whereas the Senate is not. It has 2 members from each state. Nowadays, the exact power balances have changed slightly. Originally, the legislative arm of the government was the most powerful as set out in the Constitution, but over time, the presidency and the Supreme Court have gained power. But speaking of the Constitution, that is the next video, so see you there.